a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Shopping for insurance can be a frustrating and tedious task. Brokers Insurance Agency in Lincoln has a full staff of licensed professional agents who will do the work all for you. Brokers utilizes over 20 insurance companies to save their clients money. Brokers Insurance Agency will always do what is in the client's best interest and will find the best program to fit your needs. Call Brokers Insurance Agency today at 402-420-5353 to get a quote today, or find us online at brokersinsurancenE.com.
Looking for a financial partner that truly makes a difference? Modern Woodmen is a member-owned fraternal financial services organization. We can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement. We also offer member benefits, social activities, and volunteer opportunities to help your family and community.
I'm Sean Erickson, your Modern Woodman representative in Lincoln. Call me at 402-483-6515 to start the conversation.
Modern Woodmen of America, touching lives, securing futures.
This is Jay Foreman. I wore gear to protect my health on the football field, and I'm protecting it now by staying up to date with the bivalent COVID vaccine. Get up to date while it's still free and stay protected. Learn more at healthylincoln.org.
Spring is here, and Acres has special financing on all John Deere lawn tractors and zero-turn mowers. Get your yard looking great and use John Deere's wide selection of attachments to landscape your property to perfection. And for a limited time, with a purchase of a new John Deere mower, get up to $200 to apply to the steel power tool of your choice. From trimmers to chainsaws, gas or electric, Acres is your home for steel products and service. Acres, solutions for every field.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Attention Lincoln. Looking for an effective way to reach the fitness goals you haven't been able to accomplish on your own? Body Fit Training science-based programming is led by multiple highly accredited coaches who will help you get the results you're capable of. Their group of strength training classes are designed to help you build muscle, burn fat, and improve your overall fitness level. At BFT Lincoln, you'll train like an athlete and be surrounded by motivated and like-minded individuals. For a limited time only, book a free class or exclusive trial offer by visiting bodyfittraining.com.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone again, and with me on the line, Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I know how proud you and everyone at the dealership are to earn the prestigious Honda President's Award year after year, 17 times. Tell our listeners what it means to you and your customers.
Thanks, Charlie. Yes, all of us are extremely proud to have earned this award, and I want all of our customers to know it's not just earned by one person's effort. It's the entire dealership. Sales, parts, and our amazing service department.
17 times. Wow. How does that compare to other Honda dealers?
This award is only given to the most elite dealerships that demonstrate excellence. We really do strive to go above and beyond for the ultimate customer experience before and after the sale, Charlie.
That's why for 2022, Honda of Lincoln is once again Nebraska's #1 volume Honda dealer. Come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $20 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite beer, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service, bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Welcome into The Drive with AD and Raff. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Wednesday. Nick and Raff holding it down while AD is out around the country.
Where's he at now?
Thing. I believe he's in the big city of Chicago.
Nice. Go Cubs.
Chicago. Chicago's very own Channel 9, WGN.
WGN America, the reason I started watching the Cubs.
Yep, same with me.
Really? Didn't have cable. I used to think that because of this, before I really started paying attention to baseball, I used to think that the Cubs Braves was like the biggest rivalry in all of baseball, because that's one of the few games that would be on WGN America.
Oh, yeah.
And I would watch it be Chipper Jones, Andrew Jones, and that group going up against the Derek Lee, Ryan Theriot, Alfonso Soriano of Chicago Cubs, Channel 14, WGN, because we didn't have cable. But then I realized that there's bigger rivalries in baseball, and including the Chicago Cubs versus White Sox rivalry.
White Sox. Yeah, we growing up, it was Cubs on WGN. So you had Harry Carey and Steve Stone. You had Ryan Sandberg. You had Sean Dunston, Mark Grace, Leon Durham, and then the Braves are on the Superstation, and you had Skip Carey on the call there.
Okay.
And then you had Glenn Hubbard and Bob Horner. If our man Dan is listening today, he loves some Atlanta Braves. So
call in if you want to.
Yeah,
feel free to call in,
Dan. Let's talk some Atlanta Braves baseball here in town.
If you're listening.
But we got that. Then that was always the cool. I think I've said this before when we're down in Arizona, and Steve Stone, he hangs out at the establishment that we go to for the golf tournament. So I get to see him every year. So the first year I met him, I don't think he liked me all that much, but then we bonded over cigars. And
you start to grow on people.
Yeah.
Raff.
Even
at 6'7", you start growing on people.
Yeah. Now we're buddies.
You're going to California. You're leaving me tomorrow.
Yep. But I'll be streaming in tomorrow. So
okay, so you will be.
I'll be streaming in tomorrow. I haven't decided on Friday yet.
Haven't decided. When's your flight leave? Today?
Yeah. Today,
what time?
This afternoon, like 2:20.
Okay. Out of Lincoln or Omaha?
Omaha.
Not doing the Red Way?
Nah, no Red Way.
Okay.
Did they go to California?
Well, they go to Vegas. I figured maybe you just spend a couple hours in Vegas, and you could find stuff to do there.
Oh, yeah, I've been able to find a few things to do there.
But
good old Vegas.
At As always, 402-464-5685. Mouth of the South says, Nick, Bill told me that I had to text someone I haven't talked to in a while. So how's life? And Raff, let's ride. He asks, is your life about as good as that diet? Hey, listen, Mouth of the South, I'm doing great. Life's great.
Well, one thing that I've came to the conclusion of is
graduation's coming down the chute.
Is the early break, they get a ton of gifts and food. So I don't know if we need to start like putting it out there.
Got
like
crumble cookies today.
If you want to bring us out breakfast, or if you want to bring some hats into the drive, or if you have anything that's drive worthy, bring it on in.
The best part is that they don't share.
Well,
you got something. They don't share. The crumble cookies were out here so fast. I know you got a crumble cookie, but I did not. The crumble cookies were out of here so quick. No, I'm okay.
Yeah,
actually, wait. What's that one in the middle?
Yeah, they're pretty good.
With no frosting. I want that one, please.
Yep, Tiny Cub. Those were the days getting home from school.
Don't stop me.
Or even not even the school. It was like in the summer, you'd like be playing outside and you'd come in and there were Harry and Steve on the call. And then the best was when they'd sit out in the outfield and call the games. And Harry would have his Budweiser and be sitting out there in the stands with all the fans. And he owned that. To be Harry Carey would have been pretty wild back in the day.
We have to apologize to Disc Golf Jake because he did give us some gifts.
Oh yeah.
The Frisbees or the discs. The discs. Sorry, they're not Frisbees. They're discs.
Gifts. So those are awesome.
Yeah, we did get those. The OG CJ asks you, when are you going to get me to Farrell's? Okay, so he says that in a different way. He says, glad that you and Nick are committed to the show. I'm glad we are too. Raff is only committed for one more day right now. When are you going to drag Nick to Farrell's in the morning? Just throw him a text and ask.
Usually Nick's going to bed at about 3:30. So when my alarm goes off at 3:40, he's probably like just hitting his first nap time.
I am going to bed at about 9:15 p.m. if possible.
Did you go to the Stars game last night?
I wasn't able to.
I
wish I would have.
Instant classic.
I wish I would have. I had buddies that were there and they were mad because they texted me and they said, "Are you coming out?" And I was like, "Nah." I said I had something pop up. And truly, that's a generic excuse. Is like, yeah, no, man, I had something pop up last night. I truly did, and it had nothing to do. It had nothing to do with my girlfriend either. So don't get in your ideas, Raff. I know what you're thinking, but anyway. It was a great win for the Stars. They were down 3-1 with just a little over 9 minutes left in the third period. Get their tying goal with 2 minutes and change left in the third period, and actually win it in overtime. So now they advance to Waterloo. And if they are able to win a series,
I think it's on the 28th. Yeah, what is today? The 26th. So
if they're willing to or able to win one on the road, or a couple on the road, I suppose it would be. Then they'll come back to Lincoln and the Stars fans will be able to get back out there. So
make their return to the ice box.
Henry, you always pop up with that every now and then, and that's definitely not it. Haven't talked to that person in a couple weeks here. So anyway, but
that's awesome.
Farrell's. I don't know, Raff. I'll go maybe after I grad.
Get up at 4 a.m. someday. And,
why not?
Knock it out.
Yeah, why not? I'll get up sometime.
Yeah, you got to go. So I like going at 4 just because there's not a ton of people there. Because when 5 o'clock hits, it gets pretty busy. But then that's when you see the who's who, though. You see the man, Pistol Pete Ferguson, walking into the building.
Everybody's there.
Yeah, and I think
giant party at 5 a.m.
I don't know. I haven't seen Des Moines. I think Des Moines goes later in the afternoon. Okay. But or Demo, you probably get mad.
Do you go to the Yankee Hill location?
Yep.
See, that wouldn't make sense for me. That would make sense. I would have to go to this one over here on 70th and Vine.
Yeah, that works.
In the Meadow Lane location.
Good spot. I like. We worked out there when it first opened. That's
all right.
Spot.
Maybe there'll be one day that I just randomly show up.
Random show up. Jeff right now is probably already penciling you in right now. Getting your wraps and your gloves ready.
I tried the 10-week challenge and it just wasn't feasible. Not feasible. That's not the right word. It just didn't work for me, unfortunately. So.
That's the life.
With
it happens.
Yeah, because here I'll be honest. I mean, this is what I told Jeff, and it's the 100% truth. Being up till 12:30 doing homework and then having to get up for a 5 a.m. class just wasn't worth it.
It'll be interesting. Usually in the summer, I fall off pretty bad just because
Well, you already have your summer body, and
Well,
you already got it figured out.
I got golf, and that's a heck of a workout. Walking from the golf cart to the green.
100%. Well, now we have discs.
Yeah,
frisbees, because
frisbee golf.
Disc golf. Jake says I can call them whatever I want. So if we have frisbees, that now we'll get our steps in for sure by playing some disc golf.
Disc golf. Yep. Make my return with my Bronco discs. So those will probably go really far because they're Bronco discs.
How sad are you that you're missing out on an opportunity to possibly meet John Elway Sunday?
Yeah, it hurts, but I'm going with the odds, and I'm saying that John Elway will be closer to me on Sunday than Nebraska. I'm playing it right now. He's probably out in Palm Springs or somewhere like that.
Or just for Sunday, he'll come.
Oh, but then again, it'll probably happen. He'll probably make a surprise appearance in Lincoln, and I'll hear about it for the rest of my life.
Yeah,
it's nothing that I'm not.
Understandably,
it's nothing that I've not already lived with already.
If you guys are unaware of the situation, Elway Power Sports, one of the friends of the station, you've probably heard Raff's voice on it. They have their grand opening this weekend.
Yeah.
And Raff is obviously going to be in California. He leaves today for California. Just decides to just up and leave the show anytime they want. And I might drop by at Elway Power Sports over the weekend just to see if John Elway's there, because that would make me 1 for 1.
Yeah,
if he is.
Yep.
If not, it's just still 0 for 0. I didn't have an opportunity.
And then you'd get back on Monday and you'd be like, John Elway is the greatest quarterback player in the history of NFL football.
I don't think that's the case. I think
that's not how that works. I thought that's how that works. When you meet someone, you just automatically make them the greatest ever.
If they're rude, you don't.
Oh.
I always get fascinated by people that run into people they not idolize, but look up to.
Yeah.
Or celebrities, and they're just real rude.
Well, that's always kind of been one of my thoughts too. I'm like, for the last, 30 years or so.
Yeah.
Is it longer than that? What year is 83? Oh yeah. For the last 40 years.
It would be longer.
40 years. 83. Yeah. 83. So 40 years I've, had him up on that pedestal. It'd probably be crazy after 40 years meet him. And he's like, who the heck are you? Get out of my face.
Well, I don't
want to talk to you.
Yeah.
He'd pull like the Reggie Jackson on me.
Exactly.
Then I'd be like, oh gosh, hopefully this works like Reggie. When he got mad at me, he ended up liking me. But at the beginning, man, I thought Reggie was going to beat me down. I was like, this little.
But I think if I do end up meeting John Elway,
you're going to love him.
I'll take a picture, and then I won't tell you anything about it until Monday on air.
Great.
So you'll just have no clue. Because will you be in studio on Monday?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So when you
why would you do something like
randomly
that
out of the blue? I'll probably tell AD just so he knows something's coming.
I don't want to. No.
Would you just rather not know at all?
Probably.
Okay.
Probably.
We'll see what happens.
Or the best, he comes to Elway Power Sports.
What if I bring him in here?
Or he comes to Elway Power Sports and he goes, I want to meet that guy who did the best commercial ever for me. And I'd be like, oh man, you got to be kidding me.
Let's see. So maybe I just surprise him by being on the show on Monday.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah.
John
Elway.
Well, first of all, he's got to be here. So
Nick is saying it right now. John Elway will be on the drive on Monday.
Doesn't hurt to ask. Oh, here comes Rico. Worst thing he can say is no.
Raff would be on the first thing smoking.
Yeah.
As soon as he heard Elway's voice. I don't know how fast it's feasibly possible to get from California to Nebraska.
He'll be back on Monday.
But this man would be zooming.
So that's one of those things where it's like I sit there and I'm just like, all right, well, guys, we got a surprise guest coming up. John Elway's going to be on the phone. Raff has to sit through the whole commercial break just wondering, whoa, what am I going to ask him? Would you have?
Is it really John Elway?
Yeah, maybe it's John Elway impersonator.
I'd ask him for his social security number.
Do you know it?
And there goes John Elway.
Well, yeah. No,
do you have a list of questions that you would ask him?
List of questions that I would ask John Elway. I never really thought about it. All I really want to do is shake his hand.
Okay.
That's
Kiss
about
his
it.
Hand.
Kiss the ring.
Kiss his hand. Run your fingers through his hair.
Through his hair.
Brush his hair behind his ear.
Oh, man.
While you look gently in his eyes.
It's one of those where you hug somebody and then you step back, you grab their shoulders, you just stare longingly into his eyes, and you just go,
his eye.
and you're just like, this is exactly how I thought it would be.
You're even better in person.
The moments. Yeah, I
You smell exactly how I thought you
I
would.
still remember that first time I saw him. I remember my dad. He's like, "Say something, say something," and I just was just like,
Love at first sight.
It was
starstruck.
It was a view.
Did your foot kick up? He shakes your hand, and you're just like, "Oh."
No, it might have. I don't know. I just remember he walked by, and I was like, "Well, I missed out on that one." But I'm like, there'll be other times.
It's okay, Raff.
And there were, and I failed on all those times too. So
Nick would be the same way with Dansby Swanson.
Oh yeah,
I would love Dansby Swanson.
Oh,
Dansby Swanson's awesome.
The Dansby.
I would be the same. I would be the same
with
way
Cody
with Mello.
Bellinger right now.
What?
Cody Bellinger as well.
Cody Bellinger.
I'd be the same way with Mello.
Okay, what else? Who else would there be?
It was cool meeting Shaquille. See, I met Shaquille O'Neal, but I never met John Elway. I mean, come on.
Is Shaquille O'Neal one of the few people that you had to look up to?
Oh, dude, he was so gigantic.
Yao Ming.
His
Have you
hand.
met Yao Ming? That's the thing.
Never met Yao Ming.
See, that's the thing.
Shaquille's.
Where is
hands-
Yao Ming nowadays?
I think he's like a not owner. I don't know the word I'm looking for. Something with the Chinese basketball league.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
He's involved with it, I believe.
Yeah, I still can't believe.
Chinese basketball exec.
There we go.
When I shook hands with Shaquille O'Neal, he has probably the biggest hands of anybody I've ever met in my life. It felt like his hand wrapped all the way around, and I could like feel his fingers like up by my wrist over. It was nuts.
If I shook Shaq's hand, it would be my elbow. Like his hand would be from my fingertips to my elbow.
Absolute freak. But that was one I almost missed out on that too. And then all of a sudden I was like, "Mr. O'Neal, can I shake your hand?" And then he got up and we shook it. I was like, phew, I almost let that one pass. I'd had that regret for the rest of my life. Jeez.
That's too bad.
All right. It's been fun. I'm sending this one to break. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mix Concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. Nebco offers great pay, medical, and retirement benefits, paid time off, and we pay for CDL training. Apply today to earn an average total compensation of $50,000 to $60,000 your first year driving. From Nebco's beginnings in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Attention Lincoln. Looking for an effective way to reach the fitness goals you haven't been able to accomplish on your own? Body Fit Training science-based programming is led by multiple highly accredited coaches who will help you get the results you're capable of. Their group of strength training classes are designed to help you build muscle, burn fat, and improve your overall fitness level. At BFT Lincoln, you'll train like an athlete and be surrounded by motivated and like-minded individuals. For a limited time only, book a free class or exclusive trial offer by visiting bodyfittraining.com. Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln by offering a number of services. From group homes for special needs adults to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the intellectual and developmental disability services your loved one needs to live a fulfilling life. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a more rewarding career, learn more about available positions. Learn more about services for your loved ones or employment today at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices. Too many people believe that chronic pain, allergies, or illness are permanent and something you're stuck with. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness has been proving that narrative wrong for 29 years and changing lives for the better in the process. Their team is trained in the newest, most advanced pain-relieving techniques and ways to deal with toxins, allergies, pollution, and emotion that make you ill. Call today for a free consultation at 531-254-5695 or go to novotnynutritionandwellness.com. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness, located at 7th and Superior.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
There's a lot of realtors in Lincoln, but don't get overwhelmed by all the names. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realtor Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate is your go-to option when buying or selling residential and commercial property. Ben's team offers unbeatable customer service and promises to make the buying and selling process as stress-free as possible. Call Ben today at 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate. No pressure, just professionalism.
It's springtime, and you know what that means. It's sandal season at Brown Shoe Fit. To celebrate the start of the season, we're offering $10 off sandals under $105 and $15 off sandals $110 or more, now through May 14th. Enjoy brands like Atrex, Teva, Clarks, Taos, Keen, and many more on sale now. This deal won't last long, so come on down to Brown Shoe Fit for our spring sandal sale. Some exclusions may apply. See store for details. Brown Shoe Fit Lincoln, 66 NQ.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again and they're hiring for production operators at $24.11 per hour, which grows to $28.27 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $32.76 per hour with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Chris Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Wednesday, and the Nebraska baseball team wins last night against the Omaha Mavericks for the first time this year, I believe. Nebraska gets a victory against a Omaha or Creighton team, I guess.
Now they'll have to continue their game against Creighton on the.
It's coming up here next week.
Yeah, I believe it's the following week. But I mean, so they're gonna have to complete that one. But hey, they got the job done last night. So
yeah, well done. And I have to laugh though. I sometimes get caught up in the Twitterverse. You can follow me at Chris Raff 7, of course. As always.
That's 5 shots.
5 shots right there. But people like I guess I don't know. There's really no such thing as perfection in baseball. You're going to have errors. You're going to do stuff like that. And I'll read stuff. And I'm like, apparently did Bryce Matthews have an error, I think early in the game or something last night or whatever. And everybody's like, you got to bench him. I'm like,
oh, no, you do not.
I'm like,
that is the I'll say it, stupidest thing that you could have said about Nebraska baseball.
Yeah.
Right
I'm just like, what? I'm like, no, it's like, it happens. There's guys have errors. It's part of baseball, but it's like, but you can never bench that bat. I mean, he's got an electric bat. It seems like everything he hits is a home run.
Well, he's got 15, he's got 15 official home runs, 16 unofficially because he hit one in that Creighton game that has not finished
So
yet.
he'll get it here.
So once that game is completed and those final 3 innings are finished, then he'll get that 16th home run to his credit officially. But that's the thing is, I mean, he's hitting over 400. Max Anderson's hitting over 400 this season. Doesn't happen very often when you have multiple guys like that at this level. And really, I'll say this about last night. It was really good to see Drew Christo get a good performance. He's been a guy that coming out of high school, if the draft wouldn't have been shrunk to just 5 rounds, he was going to be drafted. He was going to be drafted. He was a guy from Elkhorn that had a lot of scouts paying attention to him, and because he's an electrifying player and he throws the ball well. But then at Nebraska last year, he tried to carve out a role in the rotation, struggled in midweek games as a true freshman. Now this season, for the most part, been serviceable, but similar to the entire pitching staff, hasn't been great. And then last night, here he comes in and strikes out 8 guys. It's really good, and he now moves to 1-0 on the year. And it's obviously a career high 8 strikeouts for Drew Christo. The sophomore allowed 1 run on 4 hits and walked 0 guys to go with the career high 8 strikeouts. So it's good to see finally Drew Christo somewhat producing for Nebraska, because and just, I mean, I've talked to him before and had him on the shows and stuff like that. And he's a guy that his baseball IQ is obviously off the chart. And it's always good to see just a hometown guy or a in-state guy, I should say, finally figuring it out. So.
And you got to look at it too. Like we went over their schedule yesterday. They've got a lot of, I guess you'd say, quote unquote, easy games. They need to be taking care of all these games because they're important, to your standings, and especially the Big Ten games. You got to win those to get in that Big Ten tournament and then be a factor in the Big Ten tournament, because hopefully what can happen is with these games, they can build up, some sort of confidence and they can get going on a roll. And I think, Will Bolt is, cut a lot from the Dave Van Horn
100%
style of coaching. And it always seemed like Dave Van Horn's teams always, seem to find their groove late in the season. Mm-hmm. So I'm hoping that Nebraska does that same thing where they get on a roll and their bats continue on and their pitching, it's consistent. Big thing with pitching is just like you always talk about the free 90s. It's just like, you cut down on the free 90s, you got a chance to win. You got a chance to win some ball games.
Well, it's you can weather the hits. As I always say, you can weather the hits. It's the walks and errors that kill you. Yep. Because if you think about it, if you walk 2 guys, or if you have an error and another walk, that puts guys at first and third or first and second. Well, base hit scores one at least, and then you have guys at first and third with less than 2 outs again, or if a guy hits one in the gap, then that scores 2. And it's not that double, it's not that single that hurts you. It's the walk in the air that you allowed to have happen. And unfortunately, it never fails. That mantra never fails, because when you look at statistics and you see they pitched, what was it, 12 and 2/3 innings or whatever against Iowa. Yep. They allowed 13 runs. They walked over 12 guys. They had over 3 errors. Like, that's the reason that they had all these earned runs and allowed so many runs and eventually got swept. It's not the hits. It's the walks and the errors, unfortunately. Nebraska baseball, though, they now move on to play South Dakota State tonight. First pitch is slated for 6:02 p.m. And I believe it's supposed to be in the 70s today. So it's going to be a good day to get out to Haymarket Park. 6:02 once again is the first pitch. South Dakota State on the year. I'll go ahead and look up their schedule real quickly, but RPI of 267th in the country. So another midweek game.
Get it done.
And don't forget, so last night, first of all, a little disappointed it wasn't on TV.
Yeah.
You had to watch it on the UNO stream, or sorry, the Omaha stream.
There was a big crowd there last night.
Yeah, it was a great turnout at Tal Anderson Field. Great complex as well, that Tal Anderson. But now what's interesting is, as everybody knows, midweek games are usually more of a bullpen game where you're going to have guys go 3 innings, then another 3, and maybe you strike gold like they did last night with Drew Christo striking out 8 over a course of a couple innings. But now it's who are they going to turn to tonight? Who are they going to turn to tonight? Because obviously Drew Christo is not going to be able to pitch. Corbin Hawkins, who started the game last night on the bump, is probably not going to be available. So it's just one of those things where can they find more guys to step up?
Yep. And hopefully those guys, it's a confidence builder game for them. So
yeah,
hopefully, they can put up good numbers tonight, get them on a roll, go into the weekend. When they need them in the mid to late innings, they can come in and be a benefit to the team. So that's the goal.
South Dakota State is 17-17 this year. So honestly, not a bad year right now. They swept Omaha.
Oh boy.
Well, so they get this. They played, let's see. So they swept Omaha in Brookings, South Dakota earlier this year, back just 2 weekends ago. They swept Omaha. They beat them 8-4, 9-3, and 12-9 over a couple weekends ago. So I don't know. 17-17, not a bad one.
Take care of business, Nebraska. Go out and beat them.
RPI, as we've talked about extensively, just based off of strength of schedule. And when you're playing in the Summit League, you're not going to get, that tough a schedule in the conference.
Yeah,
so.
I can only imagine in the Big Ten and then Summit League. So yeah,
that's why they're 17-17 and still under 260 in the RPI. Lower than 260.
The magical RPI.
Yep.
All righty, everybody. We will send it to break, and then we will have some history on the other side.
Spring is here, and Acres has special financing on all John Deere lawn tractors and zero-turn mowers. Get your yard looking great and use John Deere's wide selection of attachments to landscape your property to perfection. And for a limited time, with a purchase of a new John Deere mower, get up to $200 to apply to the steel power tool of your choice. From trimmers to chainsaws, gas or electric, Acres is your home for steel products and service. Acres, solutions for every field.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in April. Try their pesto cream cheese on any breakfast sandwich. And try the Karma Latte, as 10% of proceeds from that drink will go to the Teammates Mentoring Program. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
City block lost power.
And?
My chicken condo went haywire.
That's right. The chickens ran wild. So what do we do instead?
Call Joe at Ambition Electric and let him handle everything. Look, saved on speed dial.
Ambition Electric, 402-217-3415 or online at ambitionelectric.com.
There's a lot of realtors in Lincoln, but don't get overwhelmed by all the names. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realtor Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate is your go-to option when buying or selling residential and commercial property. Ben's team offers unbeatable customer service and promises to make the buying and selling process as stress-free as possible. Call Ben today at 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate. No pressure, just professionalism.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sure.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, listen up. Select Plumbing gets it right the first time on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. Plus, they're hiring service plumbers. If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Wednesday, and it's about time for the doctors performing Sam Cooke. Don't know much about history.
Don't know much of biology. Don't know much about a science book. Don't know much about the French I took. But I do know that I love you. And I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be.
There it is.
Man, that always sounds so good.
What you got for us, Raff?
All right. First bit of history I saw this morning, I was laughing. 1931, Lou Gehrig. He needs a home run to beat Babe Ruth for the home run title for 1931.
Okay.
Hits a bomb, wins the home run title. So excited. He runs past the runner that was in front of him. They call him out, so he doesn't get credit for the home run. And he ties Babe Ruth for the home run title back in 31.
Yep.
So I was laughing. So I was like, oh, you're like, I won the home run. Nope, you never.
You did not.
And then speaking of the Cubbies earlier, 1941, the very first Oregon player.
Ah, that's right.
1941. So that's where it all, I mean, it was only a dream then, but Harry Carey was warming up those vocal cords. Take me out to the ball game. Oh, man, Harry Carey, the memories.
That's awesome.
Thankfully, in 41, it was at Oregon.
How about this? 1961, Roger Maris hits his first of 61 homers.
He was on his way.
In 61. Fun fact, I have a baseball signed by the entire 61 Yankees.
Is it real?
It is. My great uncle.
Why are you working here?
My great uncle played for him, and then he ended up going to the Angels, and he would play in Roger Maris's golf
Who's your great
tournament.
uncle?
He is a nobody. You would not know
So
him.
why?
But
why are you working here today?
He would play in Roger Maris's golf tournament every year.
Yeah.
And my grandma would go every single year to his sister obviously would go every single year and to the Roger Maris golf tournament, and she's the one that got the baseball signed when she was at one of his games.
So you got,
it got passed down to my mom.
Mickey Mantle's autograph.
Everybody on that team.
Larson.
I'll bring it in for you, Raff.
Is it like in mint condition?
It's legible. Everything's it's in a case and everything.
Dude, that's worth some keys.
I do not have it in my place. It's at my parents'
That's
house.
worth some money.
But
money.
Yeah.
Money.
So we have that one, but it's super cool, but I'll never get rid of it, obviously.
Wow.
Never once get rid of it.
That's wild. Okay.
So.
And probably the biggest piece of history today.
Yeah.
On this day in 1983, Pete Rozelle walks up to the podium and goes, with the first pick in the first round, the Baltimore Colts select John Elway, Stanford. John Elway, Stanford.
You just had to.
Well, that was crazy because John had told John, like we're on first name basis. Oh, that's beautiful. John told the Colts, he's like, I'm not going to play for you guys. If you draft me, I'm playing for the Yankees because George Steinbrenner, he already was playing for the Oneonta Yankees in the minor leagues the previous summer. And he's like, if you draft me, I'm not playing for the Colts. And it wasn't, he said it was because he didn't want to play in the East in the cold, but they didn't like the coach at the time. It was Frank Cush. The family did not prefer Frank Cush. So then the Broncos a couple days later made that trade and acquired John Elway, the greatest football player in the history of the world.
People are laughing at me on the text line, or making fun of me because I said my family is a nobody. I mean, like, here's the deal. He played 6 years in the majors.
Well, what was his name?
Ken Hunt.
Ken Hunt.
He played 6 years in the majors.
That's not a nobody.
I think he was like a career 226 hitter or 230 hitter. I think he had like a little over 30 career home runs. Outfielder. He was born in Grand Forks, North Dakota, and
that's where Roger Maris was from.
Yep,
I think
exactly. So that's
in that
why,
area.
Yes, that's why the golf tournament. He always played in Roger Maris's golf tournament, and
that's awesome.
I want to say my mom has went to that golf tournament,
and he played for the Yankees.
But yes, played for the Yankees, then the Angels.
So his autograph is in the Yankees museum. They have an autograph for like every single player that played for the Yankees. So
yeah,
you're in the museum.
Yep,
you're famous.
So, no, obviously not my last name, but here we are.
And then we got
Jay Foreman needs to chill out on the text line. Jay's mad at me because I posted the video of him coughing after trying a hot ones sauce, and now he says he's going to try to get back at me. This is part of it. Jay just coming at me on the text line. Jay's coming at me. He says Nick saying his family is a nobody is classic Nick. 6 years pro baseball just is the easiest thing to do. Yeah, he was. Yeah, okay, Nick. That's what he says. Jay Foreman, chill out.
That's awesome.
Get away from your keyboard fingers, Mr. Foreman.
And then birthdays today. He passed away in 2012, but we need to send a birthday shout out to Bob Boozer, famous Omaha Tech, I believe, Omaha Tech graduate, I think, in the Johnny Rogers years. But he was an Olympian in 1960 on the basketball team. I did not know that till today. And then celebrating his 31st birthday today, the Judge.
Oh,
Aaron Judge. Happy birthday.
How about that,
Mr. Judge. All right, we'll send it a break. That's been history. This is The Drive, 93.7. That take it.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again and they're hiring for production operators at $24.11 per hour, which grows to $28.27 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $32.76 per hour with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
It's April, and that means the school year is almost over and summer road trips are on the horizon. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride, as summer road trips are just around the corner. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Hey, it's Nicklin Hames from Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to help you stop wasting your time when you're looking for an electrician. High Electric has been serving the area for over 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They are experts in everything like remodeling, new additions, hot tub installation, and more. And they take jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at high-electric.com.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
It's springtime, and you know what that means. It's sandal season at Brown Shoe Fit. To celebrate the start of the season, we're offering $10 off sandals under $105 and $15 off sandals $110 or more, now through May 14th. Enjoy brands like Atrex, Teva, Clarks, Taos, Keen, and many more on sale now. This deal won't last long, so come on down to Brown Shoe Fit for our spring sandal sale. Some exclusions may apply. See store for details. Brown Shoe Fit Lincoln, 66 NQ.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone again, and with me on the line, Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I know how proud you and everyone at the dealership are to earn the prestigious Honda President's Award year after year, 17 times. Tell our listeners what it means to you and your customers.
Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, all of us are extremely proud to have earned this award, and I want all of our customers to know it's not just earned by one person's effort. It's the entire dealership, sales, parts, and our amazing service department.
17 times. Wow. How does that compare to other Honda dealers?
This award is only given to the most elite dealerships that demonstrate excellence We really do strive to go above and beyond for the ultimate customer experience before and after the sale, Charlie.
That's why for 2022, Honda of Lincoln is once again Nebraska's #1 volume Honda dealer. Come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
There's a new way to vacay when you fly LNK. Check out brand new service at the Lincoln Airport to some of America's favorite travel destinations. Catch convenient nonstop flights to Vegas, Atlanta, Minneapolis, Orlando, Austin, Dallas, or Nashville when you fly via Redway. With so many affordable options to choose from, planning your vacation has never been easier. Visit goflyred.com and book today. Flights are public charters offered by Global X Air Tours LLC and operated by Global Crossing Airlines Incorporated.
Hey, it's Nicklin Hames from Nebraska Volleyball. I hate wasting time in practice, and I want to help you stop wasting your time when you're looking for an electrician. High Electric has been serving the area for over 30 years for both residential and commercial properties. They are experts in everything like remodeling, new additions, hot tub installation, and more. And they take jobs from Beatrice to Omaha and all towns, big or small, in between. Call them today at 402-466-6606 or learn more at high-electric.com.
Bagels & Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in April. Try their pesto cream cheese on any breakfast sandwich. And try the Karma Latte, as 10% of proceeds from that drink will go to the Teammates Mentoring Program. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels & Joe.
Chances are you've tried fruitcake before. Chances are it looked pretty weird. Lots of colors that don't really exist in nature. Chances are it tasted weird. Chances are you need to try fruitcake again. Grandma's fruitcake from Beatrice Bakery. None of that weird stuff you didn't like, just real fruit, premium nuts, and the delicious flavor combination of brandy, bourbon, and rum to meld all that together. See for yourself. Grandma's fruitcake from Beatrice Bakery. Online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
General contractors, business owners, property owners. The success of your business requires doing business with the right people. And the right people, when it comes to drywall, acoustical ceilings, and specialty products, are at Premier Drywall. Kevin and his crew will give your project the response and attention it deserves.
You'll get all of the attention to detail and quality that you would expect from someone who's been in the business for 30 years. For your new builds, build-outs, or renovations, reach out to Kevin. Kevin at premierdw.com. Premier Drywall in Lincoln.
Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basements? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in Southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or Northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting wefixbasements.com or call 402-804-1024. F Foundation Repair. We fix basements.
Welcome back, Husker fans. Eustace Body Shop is happy to welcome the best fans in college football back to Lincoln. With gold class certified service, OEM parts, and free loaner cars, Eustace Body Shop can call the right plays to keep you in the game. Whether it's in Lincoln at 88th and Highway 2 or at any of our other 5 locations across Nebraska, Eustace Body Shop can help get you back on the road. Go Big Red.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Public schools are the cornerstones of our communities, and it's communities that ensure students have great public schools. I'm Jenny Benson, president of the Nebraska State Education Association. Learning happens at home, in school, and everywhere in between. We all have a role to play in supporting student learning in the classroom and beyond. Help us make this the best school year yet.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association in this station.
Welcome into The Drive with AD and Raff. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Wednesday, Well, Nick, we're in the off season, but I saw that. Oh man, I almost kind of. it's the old Chicago Cubs' outfielder's birthday today, and I almost caught Keisei Kosuke.
Oh, Kosuke Fukudome.
It's his birthday today.
Say the name. Kosuke.
Kosuke. Yep, I'm done with that. Kosuke.
It's Kosuke Fukudome.
Oh man, it's his birthday today. So I almost called Kosuke, but
Kosuke.
So Keisei.
Wait, it's Kosuke's birthday?
Yeah, it's his birthday.
I have to make a tweet.
It's his birthday.
We gotta tweet out happy birthday to Kosuke.
Ooh,
Fukudome.
are you gonna tag me in it?
Sure. You want me to tag you in it?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Raff, I can
Tag me.
you.
Tag me. Oh yeah. So yeah, came out what was that 2 days ago that he's gonna enter his name into the draft.
Yeah.
It's not really. What is it? You put your toe in the water, but you're still able to return back and play if things don't turn out as where you to be drafted. Or...
Basically, he doesn't sign an agent. Once you sign an agent, that's when you kind of eliminate your ability to come back to college and play. The shocking thing,
I think that's big for Nebraska.
Well, I think he comes back. I think that's the thing. I think he's maybe testing out. I know he's lined up a lot of areas a lot of workouts with teams, but that's just kind of like the general thing to do. I really think Kosuke.
Here we go.
Keisei told me now. I'm
See,
looking.
now you know where I'm at.
Looking at pictures of Kosuke Fukudome.
The
right
legend,
now.
the man.
It's Kosuke's birthday.
It's his birthday.
It's Kosuke's birthday. So
say it's your birthday.
I'm trying to find a picture to post. No, not at all. Anyway, Keisei, I think Keisei comes back to Nebraska, which is a huge W for Nebraska prior to the first game tipping off against Lindenwood to begin with. But it also gives him a good idea to put, figure out where he's evaluated at and see what money he is turning down. Because, I mean, honestly, Raff, I did not think 2 or 3 months ago, over the last month or so, I've gotten this feeling, but over the last 2 or 3 months, I was thinking, all right, he's going to go to international.
That's what I thought.
He's such a huge celebrity. He's got such a good brand.
But that would have been done. Like
it would have been over by now. So.
He would have been out if he was going back there. So my thought process is he's dipping his toes in the water. If he gets good feedback, maybe he declares and signs an agent. But if he goes back, maybe they tell him, you know what, you need to work on. And then he comes back and plays next year, which would be a huge positive for Nebraska, adding with what they've already picked up in the offseason. So, and then where do you think we're sitting at? Do we bring in more players, or are we good with where we're at?
So I think Nebraska is in a good spot to land Josiah Alec, who's a big man from New Mexico, obviously a former Lincoln North Star guy as well. I think Nebraska's in a really good spot to land him. Hunter Salas, though, not so much, unfortunately. I think it's going to be hard to pry Hunter Salas away from Wake Forest.
The Demon Deacons.
Somehow, some way, Steve Forbes, and Steve Forbes is a guy that I think he'll probably leave for a different job here in the next couple years. And who knows if Nebraska ends up having to move on from Fred Hoiberg, I could see Trev Alberts maybe reaching out to Steve Forbes at Wake Forest. But if you, and this is no like slight to him, if you look up a picture of Steve Forbes, it does not look like a guy that would get along and be such a player's coach, but he is. And somehow, some way he gets it done to where I think I would, if I had to put kind of my eggs in one basket, I think Hunter Salas is going to choose Wake Forest over Nebraska, despite visiting campus for the spring game. So we'll see what happens, though.
Oh, well.
It's Hunter Salas, an elite defender. Like I said, he already visited Wake Forest the weekend before Nebraska, and I think he was close to pulling the trigger as well on that one, but at that time, but still gave Nebraska a visit, and so we'll see what happens there between Nebraska and Hunter Salas. But
beauty.
Yep. So I gotta tweet this picture of Kosuke Fukudome out.
Kosuke. All right, and then we got a message on the YouTube line. Oh yeah, Dion, Colorado. I'm at the point with Colorado. Like Dion, they can do what they do. They're Colorado. I'm Nebraska. When he came into the program, he said he was bringing his Louis, and I guess if you're a player sitting in that room that day, your first impression of him is, does he really want me here to begin with? And you look at that in two ways. I'm sure some of the players probably have felt that maybe he did not want them there to begin with, but then you also got to look at it too. At the end of the day, they were a 1-11 football team last year. And, if you're going to make improvements, you've got to add better players. Mm-hmm. So that's the way I look at that. The transition they're going through, so be it. At the end of the day, what about Nebraska and what happens at Nebraska? So good on Deion. If that's his game plan, go get him.
Yeah, and there was a pretty interesting article in The Athletic today regarding this Deion Sanders unprecedented roster flip. And here's what's interesting. So they talk to a couple of the guys that have been cut or told to go into the transfer portal. And David Ubben has this article on The Athletic. And so I'll just read this first one here for you, Raff. Travis Gray thought he had Sunday off. The day after Colorado football's nationally televised snowy spring game showcase, Travis Gray was eating lunch at Olive Garden. He had a meeting with Deion scheduled for 3 p.m. on Monday until his phone buzzed with a text message from offensive line coach Bill O'Boyle. That meeting had been moved up. It started in 30 minutes, and an apologetic O'Boyle was waiting in the lobby of the team facility. As they made their way towards Sanders' office, O'Boyle told him what was about to happen. Quote, he's walking with me and said, "Hey, buddy, you're going to get cut today. I'm sorry to tell you this. I didn't want you to hear it from Coach Prime, but we had to cut 5 offensive linemen, and you were the last one." That's what was told.
That's all it's done.
And so later in the article, they talked to multiple players that have chose to move on from the program. And one of them said something along the lines of, we had no relationship with him at all. I said, what's up to him a few times. I'm not sure he knew Deion knew the names of half the kids that he got rid of. He was only worried about who he brought in. If you were on the 1-11 overall team, it seemed like he didn't really care about us at all. He already said he was going to get rid of 30 of us, and that's exactly what he did.
Yep.
So,
and then you go to, it's like there's always 3 sides to every story.
100%.
So you don't know. And like I said, it's like, it's not really, I guess I don't get really wrapped up in it. Like, I'm not going to come out and say that I was like I thought Deion was a great football player, but I can't think I was ever a fan of Deion Sanders when he was a player. Mm-hmm. So I'm not really too wrapped up into him being a head coach now. I was ready to support whoever Trev Alberts hired. He hired Matt Rule. Okay, I'm supporting Matt Rule. So that's
100%.
where I sit. And sometimes I laugh at all these Nebraska fans. They get all caught up in Colorado, and I'm just like, hey, it's Colorado. At the end of the day, I want to beat them. And that's all I care about. So whatever takes place up there, I guess if anything, I want as much craziness and wildness in Colorado as possible. So, gives Nebraska even more of a chance to win. So that's the way I look at it. So I don't know how you guys out there feel, but that's the way I look at it.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think when you just look at everything, it's kind of interesting because where do you fall on the guy that tweeted out yesterday, the tight end, I believe, that tweeted out saying that he's not getting his film from the coaches?
Oh yeah.
Where do you fall in that?
That's another 3 sides to every story. So when he's not getting his film, is that like they're not cutting it up for him and giving it to him so he can give to other schools? Or is it like, because I don't see, I guess I would not, if I was the coach of Colorado. So if I'm Deion right now and he puts his name in the transfer portal and he requests his film. Now, he did not say, did he request all of his film from his practices last year and the year before that? Or is it just from what he has in this spring? If it's this spring film, I'm not giving him the film either. I'm like, no, that's
but I think part of this, Raff, though, and maybe it's tougher when it's this number of guys. I mean, we're talking upwards of 50, close to 50 guys that are going to be looking for film. I think there is something to be said, though, for treating your players, whether former or current,
Yeah.
well enough to where your reputation isn't shattered.
Yeah.
And I think over these last couple of days, with more of these stories coming out, I think Deion, not that Deion cares, but I think Deion's reputation is somewhat hindering a little bit, because think about it. That's saying, when we talk about guys that leave Nebraska, just to put a Nebraska scope on this, it's, they left on good terms, as good of terms as you would hope.
But and I'm not sure how Nebraska handles it or how they're handling it. I'm sure, like Coach Rose probably telling them like, hey, I'll do whatever I can for you to get to other places. But I guarantee you he's not giving out practice film from this spring. I don't see that. If they want to get it from the prior staff and prior games, I don't think Nebraska has any problem giving that stuff up.
Yeah.
But stuff that's took place this year, I wouldn't be giving them any of my film. No, not at all.
Yeah, it's just it's interesting. Once again, that former tight end from Colorado, Zach Courtney, tweeted out yesterday, for the coaches who are trying to recruit me, I am sorry, but I will not be able to get y'all my film from my practices last season. This is not from this spring.
Oh, from last season.
This is from previous staff.
Okay, so then that probably
for
I'm
my
not
practices
sure.
last season, since I am not allowed to have it because the head coach at CU won't allow it. This is very unlucky, and if you have any questions, just text me.
Yeah, so that's a different situation there. So I don't know what's going. That's just probably maybe being petty. But then I got to laugh too. He comes back and goes, "This is nothing against Deion."
He
I'm like,
followed up. He said, "Again, this is not a shot at Deion. I just wanted coaches to know that I have no film for them."
But see, right there when he said this is nothing against Deion, what is the first thing that Deion says at his press conferences and all that stuff? If somebody
Coach
calls
Prime.
if somebody calls him Deion, you won't call Nick Saban Nick.
Yeah.
So by him saying Deion right there, that right there is taking, I think, a shot at Deion, Coach Prime time. So I don't know. I think I really think it's just entertaining. I just sit back and I'm just like, hey, go get them. This is fun. I'm glad this isn't happening at Nebraska. So I'm like, I want it to be like the Young and the Restless at Colorado.
Yeah.
It's entertaining. I find it highly entertaining. I sit back. I'm just like, all right, what's going to happen now? So I'm good with it. So continue the soap opera Colorado, because I enjoy every second of it.
Yeah. So, all right, let's go ahead and take a break here a little bit early on.
Yeah.
And I think what we could do is then dive full into Husker football coming up next.
Oh yeah, and I got a Raff's good take.
Yep, exactly.
Woo-hoo!
You can do all that.
All right, we'll send it a break. We'll talk to you in a second.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in April. Try their pesto cream cheese on any breakfast sandwich. And try the Karma Latte, as 10% of proceeds from that drink will go to the Teammates Mentoring Program. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back. For sure. Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
Welcome back, Husker fans. Eustace Body Shop is happy to welcome the best fans in college football back to Lincoln. With gold class certified service, OEM parts, and free loaner cars, Eustace Body Shop can call the right plays to keep you in the game. Whether it's in Lincoln at 88th and Highway 2 or at any of our other 5 locations across Nebraska, Eustace Body Shop can help get you back on the road. Go Big Red.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Let me share something to make life just a little easier. It's just one word, Bryant. If we need service on our furnace or AC, we call Bryant. Same thing goes for an electrical issue. If I have a problem with my faucet, a toilet, a drain, or a water heater, I don't need to know how to fix something. I just need to know who to call. Then at our house, It's Bryant.
Bryant's Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. Just one call. 467-1111. Remember, we do whatever it takes.
I always had to be so good, no one could ignore me. Carve my path with data and drive. But some people only see who I am on paper. The paper ceiling, the limitations from degree screens to stereotypes that are holding back over 70 million stars. Workers skilled through alternative routes rather than a bachelor's degree. It's time for skills to speak for themselves. Find resources for breaking through barriers at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
I'm Jenny Benson, president of the Nebraska State Education Association. The best way to strengthen our economy for the long term is investing in our education system and raising the skills of American workers. To succeed in the global economy, we need to modernize our schools, hire excellent teachers, and focus on the future. Support great public schools, and we can make the good life even better.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired in cooperation with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Spring is here, and Acres has special financing on all John Deere lawn tractors and zero-turn mowers. Get your yard looking great and use John Deere's wide selection of attachments to landscape your property to perfection. And for a limited time, with a purchase of a new John Deere mower, get up to $200 to apply to the steel power tool of your choice. From trimmers to chainsaws, gas or electric, Acres is your home for steel products and service. Acres, solutions for every field.
Nebraska State Veterans Homes are here to serve veterans, their spouses, surviving spouses, and Gold Star parents. Join your fellow veterans and their families at one of our homes in Bellevue, Kearney, Norfolk, or Scotts Bluff. With a sliding scale to determine your financial contribution, an excellent clinical team, and plenty of fun activities, our homes are the perfect retirement choice. Learn more at veterans.nebraska.gov/homes. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Are you planting this spring? Make safety your priority. LES requires any landscaping or trees to be planted a safe distance from electrical lines and equipment to give crews safe access. Visit les.com/trees to learn more.
Nutrition Authority invites you to save 35 to 75% off at the Spring Mega Sale. We're taking our better than internet prices and cutting them even deeper, bringing you the biggest sale of the season. Monday, April 24th through Saturday, April 29th, the Spring Mega Sale is on at Nutrition Authority. For location information, check us out at mynutritionauthority.com.
General contractors, business owners, property owners. The success of your business requires doing business with the right people. And the right people, when it comes to drywall, acoustical ceilings, and specialty products, are at Premier Drywall. Kevin and his crew will give your project the response and attention it deserves.
You'll get all of the attention to detail and quality that you would expect from someone who's been in the business for 30 years. For your new builds, build-outs, or renovations, reach out to Kevin. Kevin at premierdw.com. Premier Drywall in Lincoln.
Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basement? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in Southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or Northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting wefixbasements.com or call 402-804-1024. F Foundation Repair. We fix basements.
It's April, and that means the school year is almost over and summer road trips are on the horizon. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride, as summer road trips are just around the corner. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Wednesday, and it's about time for Raff's Good Take. Play that crazy music. It's time for Raff's Good Take. It's time for Raff's Good Take. It's time for Raff's Good Take right now.
Was you hitting the microphone in the recording, or is that you right now?
I hit the microphone.
Oh, right now?
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to make sure. I thought, man, that's going to be great if every morning we get to hear you hit the microphone.
Hit the microphone.
Hey, now, before you get to Raff's Good Take, we had a text earlier that said, where's it at? Okay, somebody said, oh, here it is, Matt. I've really come around on the song, fellas. I used to cringe, and now I find myself harmonizing along.
Yeah.
So we're starting to change people's
The
lives.
doctors are taking over the country.
Anyway, who's got it today, Raff?
All right, today's Raff's Good Take goes out to Emily Trowernicht, Jennifer Kuchera, and Ron Kellogg III.
Ooh, nice.
They all work for CLC through LPS. CLC is the Community Learning Center. They were instrumental in getting the new skate park here, and that is just literally the tip of the iceberg for what these three are going to do for the community. So I just wanted to spotlight Jennifer, Ron, and Emily today for Raff's Good Take. Just keep on doing great things, and thanks to Mike O for referring these three to us. So Raff's Good Take today goes out to them. Just keep on doing your thing, and looking forward to seeing all the stuff that you guys accomplish in the next years to come.
Chase B says, man, my radio mysteriously turned down for 10 seconds and I missed the song. Well, don't worry.
It's time for Raff's Good Take. It's time for Raff's Good Take. It's time for Raff's Good Take right now. That's beautiful.
The best part is you hear myself start to laugh at the end here. Hold on. Let's see if we can hear it.
Oh,
myself start to laugh. Anyway,
it kind of reminds me of that old song, Right Now. No,
not really, because you drug it out. I wish we got to find the video and try to sync it up.
Oh, good Lord.
Just so we can see just the hand.
No. Yeah, like that. That's how it's done. Okay, well, that was the singing part of our morning.
Thomas and Lincoln says, I still think that if at the end, if we get that repeat 2 or 3 times, I think you'll be better than now part.
I think we need to get the like the horns that go off in the clubs. We need
auto tunes and stuff.
That thing that you played that one day when we were there. It was like the horn where like boop boop boop.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, if we could work that into the song somehow, I think that would be.
We can try to figure this out.
That could be crucial to my top 25 success when I go.
I hope you get top 25 success.
I wonder if I go on.
Don't forget about young people like me.
I would never forget about you.
Man,
never.
Raff, we're starting to get nice to each other.
We're bonding.
I don't like this.
We're bonding.
Raff didn't want to hang out with me last night.
Well, we would have been really sad when.
Yeah, why is the Nebraska baseball game not on TV?
We get there and turn on and there's no game.
There's no game. Why would an in-state game with Husker baseball not be on the television?
I don't get it.
But tonight it's on, I think, Nebraska Public Media. So
we're back.
Used to be PBS. Now it was like that was the channel I watched all the cartoons on.
Oh yeah,
was PBS.
Was that the one that Backyard Farmer's on?
Yes.
I think that's on.
Or is Backyard Farmer on CBS?
Oh no, is that Nebraska or what? Well, what is it?
Backyard Farmer is on Nebraska Public Media because if you watch the game tonight, this is nothing against them. They have like a rotation of specific commercials that they want to run during Husker baseball games. And it's like a rotation of Backyard Farmer, Big Red Wrap Up, and like something else. And they just play the same like 4 commercials every commercial break. So
that's what it's all about. And give money.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They used
donate.
To always,
hi, I'm so-and-so, a doctor at so-and-so. And
they used to always play those.
Help. We need your help to donate and fund
Nebraska Public Television.
Yes.
And then they'd always have like the
educational
football
purposes.
videos. I know back in like the 90s, it was like, you can get your 94 Orange Bowl collector VCR tape if you only donate $44.95.
The best part is if you donate now, we'll send a ceremonial penny of the 2015 Nebraska Volleyball Championship.
Yeah.
Get this once in a lifetime collector's item today before it's too late.
Yeah. And then what is the football show with Jay Moore?
Big Red Wrap Up.
Big Red Wrap Up. Yeah. And then they have the fraternity guys taking phone calls in the back.
Yeah.
They're eating pizza.
Bipolar's right. 811. Call before you dig.
Yeah.
That's right. That one is on there as well. And the guy is like, he like digs and he's like, oh, wait, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just building something. Well, did you call 811? No, it's not going to be very deep. Why do I need to do that? You always need to call 811 before you dig. So, I can picture it now. Anyway.
Oh my gosh, that is classic.
So anyway,
I've never been in that studio before. It was always a goal of mine one day to be on Big Red Wrap Up.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know how you get on Big Red Wrap Up.
You just got to get asked.
I see.
Who's the host? Is it
Sean
Callahan?
Callahan?
No, he's the
Is he like an analyst?
He's the analyst. Is it Larry? Is Larry Putney? Is he?
No, Larry doesn't do it.
Maybe that was a long time ago.
I think Michael Severe.
Oh, you know who used to do it? Kugler.
That's right. Cougs did do it.
Yes. Man, I need to figure out who it is. I want to be on next year.
Yeah, maybe you can.
Next year, I want to be on Big Red Wrap Up. I'm throwing it out there. So whoever's the head of Big Red Wrap Up, I'm throwing my hat into the ring next year.
We'll send out a Twitter post. Maybe you can get on.
Yes. Put me on Big Red Wrap Up now.
Pecan Pie asks, Raff, are you going to be out of town for the grand opening of the motorsports retailer up north? Or did you get a room at the Motel 6 on North 27th so you can be the first one at the door to enter the jersey giveaway?
Yeah, I'm going to be out of town, unfortunately. So
I got a room at the Motel 6. And I'm going to bring John Elway some Hong Kong cheeseburgers as well.
I wonder if I'd be eligible for the jersey.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
You're there as a customer.
I read the commercial.
Hong Kong or King Kong? King Kong.
Hong Kong.
I said Hong Kong cheeseburgers. King Kong
Best
cheeseburgers.
in Hong Kong.
We need to clip that. That's a clip. That'll be part of the open.
Best cheeseburgers in Hong Kong.
I got a room at the Motel 6 and I'm gonna give John Elway some Hong Kong cheeseburgers.
Good Lord. Oh, we still haven't got our commercial yet.
We're gonna clip that. We're gonna clip that.
Well, that's you. I want some of me.
Well, we'll get you. You gotta say something stupid, Raff. You're just so intelligent that you never say.
That doesn't happen. I'm a professional.
You're so intelligent nowadays that you just never say anything stupid that we need to clip.
Well, I don't want to brag, but true.
Pecan Pie says, Nick, the rooms are only
$62 a night. That's like $20 more than the one that you got in Moore, Oklahoma.
Dude, the one in Moore, Oklahoma. Never going back. I'll go back to Norman. This might get some enemies on the text line. I might go back to I'll go back to Norman in a heartbeat. I love Norman, but never staying in Moore, Oklahoma. At least at that Super 8 again.
Yeah, unless Toby Keith invites you to his house.
Just right off the
And
interstate.
then you stay in Moore, Oklahoma.
Just right off.
Those boys from Oklahoma. Oh man, now I'm
singing. Toby Keith does have a bar down there. That's right.
Singing some Red Dirt Country right there.
If I remember correctly, it caught on fire. I thought for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know if he still has it there or not.
I thought something happened to the Toby Keith bar down in Oklahoma.
Matthew Taylor, fun fact: I've never been to King Kong. I think I've only been there maybe once in my life too. Maybe once when I was a kid. So let's go twice, maybe 3 times. But
as I'm thinking about it, I go there probably once a month. No, I've been there once in my life. I could not tell you price range of King Kong. I cannot tell you what the burgers are like, if they sell fries.
I should go there sometime.
I'll probably go there Sunday.
with John Elway.
Hey, John, let's get out of here. Let's go get some
Let's
King
go
Kong.
over to King Kong.
Let's go get some King Kong cheeseburgers.
I'm going to show you what Nebraska's all about.
No, if I want to do that, I would take him to the Valentinos. But they don't have the Valentinos Grand Buffet
Are there
anymore.
any? Yeah, it's just Valentinos. There's no such thing as a buffet anymore, is there?
Yeah. No. Joe B says, come on, Nick Super 8 and Norman came with a free case of hepatitis. Joe B, unfortunately, it did not. It came with a lot of other things, though.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, there's a whole.
I think the luckiest out of my friend group, we brought an air mattress down there. My buddies and I did, and I think the luckiest guy there was the one that got to sleep on the air mattress. So
I think there's an old Holiday Inn in Norman. It's like when you're driving towards Nebraska, so you're coming from Texas. It's on the left side of the road. It's closed down now, But I always remember that hotel back in 94. I thought I had friends staying at that hotel, and I was like all excited to see them, and they had a glass door, and I didn't realize it was glass. I just thought it was Oklahoma. It was warm, and I ran smack dab into the glass. Oh, thankfully I did not break it, but I had a bruise.
We had 2 people text in, unnamed texter and Mark from Cook says Val's Grand Buffet is open in Nebraska City.
City.
Is there still one open in Grand Island as well? I've stopped at the one in Grand Island a time or 2.
I don't,
but not sure.
Is Pizza Ranch still open?
Oh yeah,
so they're still open.
I've never been to Pizza Ranch. Never.
Oh, we got phone calls 2 or 1?
No, just one.
I can't see the bottom part.
We'll get to it real quickly. I'll let you know.
Yes. I love phone calls.
Pizza Ranch has a drive-through, and I'm still weirded out about that.
Ooh, that's weird.
So
Huh.
I've always heard that Pizza Ranch's chicken is way better than their pizza.
Well, okay, so Pizza Ranch, I think their mashed potatoes and gravy is taken right from Kentucky Fried Chicken. So I think there's some, like, I don't think there's a tie-in, but I'm thinking there is maybe somebody copying off, but I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So let's focus on sports a little bit here.
Sports. All right.
As much as we loved, we always branch off into a restaurant discussion. Always branch off, Raff.
Well, I was going to say,
it's just you and I, whether it's grandmothers, whether it's whatever it may be.
I was going to say
branch off
today. If we say we ran into some like dead time, I was going to ask, what is your favorite restaurant no longer open in Lincoln? That was going to be what was going to just take us off the rails.
That could have taken us through the entire show.
Yeah, easily.
Because
maybe I'll say
it's such a two-way tie, and I have no clue where I would go between Grisanti's and Grandmother's.
Yeah. So maybe I'll save that for a
Lone Star Steakhouse wasn't bad. That also needs to be a conversation at some point. The lack of steakhouses in Lincoln, Nebraska is disappointing.
Yeah, there used to be a couple, but there's
now
never been a ton.
Misty's?
Yeah, Misty's and I've never really been a steak guy though. It's really crazy.
Okay. Matthew on the YouTube stream said, or on the Facebook stream says, any story that starts with a quote, "We brought an air mattress," and we did to more. We did to more Oklahoma.
That's the best way to start.
Probably for a good
Kenny
reason.
Rogers Roasters. Yes. They weren't open for all that long, but I do remember it. I always laughed because he had like gold records and stuff hung up, and I was like, man, he actually got these, and now they're in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Is Lee's Chicken still open?
Oh yeah, they are.
They're still kicking.
Yep,
still kicking chicken. Garbage Man says Texas Roadhouse, but they're not closed.
Yeah.
So
they make a steak.
Oh,
they do make pretty good steaks.
Yeah, I always get the fried chicken when I go to Texas Roadhouse. So
yeah.
All right, let's go to the phone lines. Chris has been waiting patiently. Chris has a question or a comment on the quarterback situation regarding Husker football. Chris, appreciate you waiting, man. What's on your mind today?
The steakhouse. I used to love the steakhouse.
Yep.
And I'll take King Kongs over Valentino's any day.
Oh,
Don't like Valentino sauce at all. Too sweet.
Gotcha.
But, yeah, we have a precarious quarterback situation.
We do.
Oh
no.
Ford, because Harvard was the worst thing that happened in spring game. He was horrible. And we know Purdy's not very good. And so, really we were counting on Smothers. Was he still injured? Is that why he didn't play?
Yeah, he's been held out.
And I love Smothers. He threw the best pass maybe in all of college football last year, that 30-yard rope to Washington in the Minnesota game. That was phenomenal. So everybody says he's got a weenie arm. That's stupid. A guy threw a rope. Yeah, that was a phenomenal. He's a good football player.
Might have lost him.
Oh, Chris, did we lose
Come
you?
back.
Chris, call back if you will, Chris.
I think he was just asking to get our thoughts on the quarterback situation.
We can do that. So, I mean, go ahead, Raff, because Nebraska loses Logan Smothers and Richard Torres to the portal.
Yeah, I'll give my thoughts. I'm sticking with where we're sitting. I feel like we have two very good, serviceable quarterbacks right now in Sims and Casey Thompson. Who's going to be the starter? To me, it doesn't really matter who the starter is. I think it's going to play itself out. So if they start Casey on that Thursday night against Minnesota and he plays well, he'll continue to be the quarterback. If he comes in, he starts and doesn't do as well, and they put in Sims and he plays well, They're going to ride the hot hand. I mean, these coaches want to win football games, and they're going to do whatever's best for their team to win football games.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a personal thing of, well, Casey was the quarterback last year, so he's automatically the starter. And it's not going to be Jeff Sims came in under our staff and he's going to be the starter because we recruited him. It's going to be whoever gives Nebraska football the best chance to win football games. As for Heinrich Harburg,
man, Raff, go ahead.
As for Heinrich Harburg, I see him being like the Taysom Hill. I don't see him being a guy that I don't see him being the starter this year, but I see him being a guy that they'll bring in for certain situations, like say 3rd and 1, and you have that chance where maybe he'll, like Oklahoma used to be, the tight end guy for the Chiefs now, the Belldozer.
Kelsey?
Nah.
Or what are you talking
Bell,
about? Tight end?
the tight end for Kansas City. His last name
Blake
is
Bell.
Blake Bell. And Oklahoma used him as like a quarterback / running back / do everything type player. That's what I see with Heinrich Harburg. So that's where I sit on the quarterbacking situation.
I want to sit here and say that they're not going to lean towards Jeff Sims simply just because they brought him in. But I think being realistic, I think it's okay to sit here and say that Casey Thompson probably has a little bit of an uphill battle ahead of him. I feel okay where the quarterback room is at. Did it hurt to lose Logan Smothers? I think so. I was personally a fan of Logan Smothers just because he is so far to this point prior to yesterday has been everything Nebraska fans want in a backup quarterback. Yep. Like away from the field, I'm talking off the field. Nebraska fans and just college football fans in general always talk about how there's no loyalty in the game anymore. There's no stories or examples of guys sticking it out when they don't get the starting job and things like that. Well, Logan Smothers did that.
Yeah.
He did that.
Yeah.
And from I think just a talent standpoint, Logan Smothers is a really good talent.
Yep. I agree, and I
think he was the 3rd best quarterback in that room.
Yep.
This season.
I agree
going
there
into
too.
Going into the spring.
Yep. But
did that always mean that he was going to be 3rd on the depth chart? Probably not.
Yeah.
And I think that there's probably a way that he can go somewhere where the offense and the play calling probably suits him better.
Yeah.
Maybe that's closer to home as well. I think Logan Smothers is going to have a good couple of options as well. And I think as you kind of assess this quarterback room going forward, it was always going to be between Jeff Sims and Casey Thompson. And like as much as Heinrich Harburg was getting the storylines, and as much as Chuba Purdy may have thrown the ball in the spring and things like that, unfortunately, like I really think it's going to be between Jeff Sims and Casey Thompson. And I think as what we've seen from those guys, or for what it's worth, not seen from them from their time not playing, I think you would rather have it be just between those two guys because there's been just such a dramatic drop off.
And like thing too, like I go back to, if Sims starts the season and you're a big Casey fan, it's not the end of the world. It's like these guys, at the end of the day, I'm going to go back time and time again. The Nebraska football coaches want to win football games, and they're going to do what is necessary to win. If Casey Thompson gives Nebraska the best chance to win that football game, Casey Thompson will be playing. If Jeff Sims, because Nebraska's going to hold the coaches accountable. Like they're not going to sit back. I don't think that fans are able to sit back again and go through something like where I hate to harken back to it, but there were some times when Adrian Martinez probably needed to come off the field. Now, it doesn't say he was never going to go back, but just times where he could probably came out for a reset and they could have put the 2nd string quarterback in. I don't think Nebraska fans are going to sit back, and if Jeff Sims is out there struggling and say he throws a couple interceptions or he fumble, or, that they're not going to have that time to be like, well, he's our man. It's going to be, hey, well, we want to see Casey, but it goes the same on both ways. If Casey Thompson starts out that Thursday night against Minnesota and he struggles, then I would believe that, and it's not a bad thing to have 2 serviceable quarterbacks. That's another thing.
I think you have to tread carefully though in that situation because Nebraska doesn't have the time this year. They don't have the luxury of I hate to say a warm-up game because you lost to Georgia Southern.
No,
last
you
year,
go right away.
but you have to. You don't have the luxury of time to sit there and
Nope.
go, we're going to try out 2 quarterbacks. They didn't have
See,
Michigan. They didn't have what Michigan had last year, to where it's like Jim Harbaugh can't, or Matt Rule in this case, can't come out and say we're going to start Jeff Sims game 1 and we're going to start Casey Thompson game 2.
Yeah, and that
because
won't
number
happen.
One, you're chicken arming them to where it's like,
that's not happening.
You're strong arming them. So
But what you're doing is you're putting, like, say they go into fall camp and Jeff Sims wins the starting quarterback job. Jeff Sims is our man. However, if things aren't going well, I don't think you have that.
You have to be a coach.
Yeah, you've got to, just like any other player on the team.
Yeah.
Like they've continued through fall or through spring ball saying everybody's, on the equal playing field. We're not really looking back at the old tape. We're looking at what they're doing. What have you done for me lately?
Yeah.
If the quarterback's not producing, you get them out of there. If the running back's not producing, you get them out of there. And it goes all the way around. And when they find that, and then heck, you never know. Maybe Casey Thompson wins the starting job. He comes out, he passes for 300 yards and 4 touchdowns. Well, then, Jeff Sims is the backup quarterback, but you never know. Come game 3, game 4, maybe there's an injury, or maybe he has a rough game. Well, you've got that guy, because backup quarterback is so huge in today's game, just with the injuries that can take place and if they are inconsistent. So I like it. I like where we're at. I like with Harburg, if that's something where they can use him, with, some special plays and special packages, that just gives Nebraska more threats. And at the end of the day, that's what you got to be. You got to have a lot of different threats, and they have that.
I do wonder, is the day and age of a quarterback coming in as a freshman and staying at one institution and winning the starting quarterback job and being here for a couple years, are those days over?
Dylan Rayla, what?
Well, and that's the thing. Obviously, when you get a talent like that, but even you saw it with Justin Fields at times.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Yeah, it's
Joe Burrow, Quinn Ewers. You've seen these things to where it's like you get a top quarterback in recruiting, and even if they do well, they leave. If they don't get a job, they leave.
Yeah.
So
that's the new age.
Look at Nebraska's last couple quarterbacks. It's been Casey Thompson. It's been and it's been Jeff Sims now.
You go back to to 94, 95 in today's age of football. Do you think Brooke Behringer would have stayed his last year? It probably would have been something where he probably would have went into the transfer portal after spring ball, because he'd have been like, well, Tommy's going to be the starter going into 95. So I'm going to go try my hand elsewhere. So it's definitely it's a different world we live in. So
yeah.
All right. Well, we'll send it a break. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Spring is here, and Acres has special financing on all John Deere lawn tractors and zero-turn mowers. Get your yard looking great and use John Deere's wide selection of attachments to landscape your property to perfection. And for a limited time, with a purchase of a new John Deere mower, get up to $200 to apply to the steel power tool of your choice. From trimmers to chainsaws, gas or electric, Acres is your home for steel products and service. Acres, solutions for every field.
This is Jay Foreman. I wore gear to protect my health on the football field, and I'm protecting it now by staying up to date with the bivalent COVID vaccine. Get up to date while it's still free and stay protected. Learn more at healthylincoln.org.
They say that April showers bring May flowers, but May delivers a lot more than that at GE Landscape Supply. Stop by for the Spring Landscape Days sale with almost everything on sale. Get 15% off of mulch, 10% off decorative rock, 20% off of flagstone, 25% off of decorative cobblestone, 15% off of stone edging, and 10% off soils. Save up to 25% rain or shine from May 1st through the 6th at GE Landscape Supply for the Spring Landscape Days sale. Open Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Are you planting this spring? Make safety your priority. LES requires any landscaping or trees to be planted a safe distance from electrical lines and equipment to give crews safe access. Visit les.com/trees to learn more.
Early break with Sip and Jake.
They're on the cusp of probably major announcements. Trev, Albert, CAD will ask for $250 million in that range. Now, add 70 maybe and put a roof on it.
Who would get to run the button that retracts the roof and does it? Also,
maybe you'd be the honorary
I think
button.
I think you should be the first one to try it. It's Bill's idea. Bill
Maybe
gets to
that
do the
could be
first.
Here's what I thought. I just always thought it'd be a cool thing to have, the retractable roof.
Early break with Sip and Jake from 6 to 8 every weekday morning.
Experience cool blue waters right in your backyard. All in-stock above-ground swimming pools at Bonsall Pool and Spa are now 50% off. This offer is good through the end of May or until supplies run out. Our stock will go fast, so hurry in and claim your new pool now. And don't forget to stock up for the season with our spring chemical sale for any new or existing pool. Learn more at bonsallpool.com or visit us at 33rd and Highway 2. Bonsall Pool and Spa, every day made better.
Tailored Life is now open in Bennett. Make the short drive down Highway 2 for tons of items for your home, for both indoors and outdoors. Check out their variety of potted trees, shrubs, vines, perennials, and colorful annuals. Plus, porch pots and landscape lighting to enhance the outside of your home. Don't forget their home goods for indoors, plus convenient drinks and snacks, most which are produced locally. Visit Tailored Life today in Bennett and stay tuned to their Facebook page at Tailored Life 360 for food truck events coming up.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln by offering a number of services. From group homes for special needs adults to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the intellectual and developmental disability services your loved one needs to live a fulfilling life. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a more rewarding career, learn more about available positions. Learn more about services for your loved ones or employment today at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
It's springtime, and you know what that means. It's sandal season at Brown Shoe Fit. To celebrate the start of the season, we're offering $10 off sandals under $105 and $15 off sandals $110 or more, now through May 14th. Enjoy brands like Atrex, Teva, Clarks, Taos, Keen, and many more on sale now. This deal won't last long, so come on down to Brown Shoe Fit for our spring sandal sale. Some exclusions may apply. See store for details. Brown Shoe Fit Lincoln, 66 NQ.
For 75 years, Cedars has been a refuge for children in need, providing kids with safety, stability, and enduring family relationships. Learn more about the organization and how to be part of it every Thursday night from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Cedars Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody. We're back again. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket. I failed. We were going to have a taste test of the new Southern Pecan Pie.
Yes, so this is Southern Pecan Pie. You can get it at Beatrice Bakery, and we're about to dig it. So you've already tried it.
I had to do a warm-up.
I gave you a piece, and you just ate it.
Yeah.
And we were supposed to try it on air.
I know. I failed again.
This is why people are mean to you.
No, they're not. They love me. Go Broncos. Let's ride. You know?
So what are what as somebody that's now tried it? What are your thoughts on it? I got to try my first.
That's good.
My first.
I like
bite.
it. No, that's good.
So, man, that's really good. My goodness. I have yet from Beatrice Bakery, which is a fruit right? Known for their fruit cakes.
Yep.
and cakes like this. Once again, Southern pecan cake.
Yep.
Yet to find something I don't like.
It reminds me of Talladega.
Okay.
Kind of that Southern. Yeah.
No, delicious stuff.
Talladega, Alabama. That's
So
what it reminds me of.
make sure you get yourself some, your family. If you got Mother's Day's coming up, I believe. So it's a great gift for Mother's Day. They can ship it anywhere you want, even if your mom or your wife, who's a mom, is not in the city of Lincoln.
Yeah.
Great option for Mother's Day gifts and things like that. Not your traditional fruitcake. Just so delicious. So we just tried
Good stuff.
The Southern pecan cake. I love pecans, so that is delicious. Pecan pie, if you want some,
Come on down.
You know where to find some.
And then we got the announcement: new racing show starting on
That's
Sundays on the ticket.
Good old finish line.
The finish line. It'll be on from 7 to 8 with Mike Melby. So you definitely want to check that out. Oh my goodness, we forgot the 80 Attitude Adjuster today.
Oh shoot! Shout out to ILC Integrated Life Choices.
Yes. Well, I got a good one.
Okay.
Don't wait until tomorrow to do things today.
Okay, Raff. Thank you.
Tomorrow is never guaranteed. So go out there and get those things done because you never know what's going to happen tomorrow.
As Oak Valley Husker says on the text line as well, that volleyball tickets for the game in Memorial Stadium go on sale to the general public today. If you did not know, $25 gets you entry.
Spike
gets you entry. $25 gets you inside Memorial Stadium for both the volleyball matches and the concerts.
So I've got a pressing question, but I was going to ask about that.
Okay.
You know how they're changing the entrance to where the players come in through the tunnel walk?
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to the northeast side instead of the northwest side.
Yep.
Does the Nebraska volleyball team christen that off by coming through the northeast side?
I don't know. That's a good point.
Do they christen it?
I want to know who's going to be performing. I've heard a couple rumors.
I've heard maybe it's the Doctors.
Maybe the Doctors are performing. I don't know.
I'll be singing Raff's Good Take a cappella.
Heard a couple rumors of some acts, and if any of them are true, then I think people will want to make sure they get their way down to Memorial Stadium.
$25.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. It's been another great show. This has been The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket. We will talk to you tomorrow.